Coming up on today's special episode of Here's Chasey. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, it's me, Chasey, and welcome to another special episode of Here's Chasey. Are you about to start primary school? If so, I can imagine you might be feeling a little bit nervous, a little bit happy, or even very excited. So today, I thought it'd be super helpful to show you what it may be like going to a primary school. Come on, let's take a look. It is important to remember that not all schools are exactly the same. This is what your school day may look like. Let's begin by meeting today's teachers. Hi teachers!
Hi Chasey!
Your school day will probably begin at around 9 a.m. and it is important to arrive on time for school each day. You may have to wear a uniform and each school have their own colours. Do you know what colour uniform you're going to wear at school? After you've put your belongings on your coat peg, you'll go into classroom and sit down. And once all of the children have arrived, the teacher will begin by taking the register, where they will call out your name to make sure you are in class that day.
Chasey!
Yes, miss. After the register's been taken, you'll then begin your lessons for the day.
Good morning class. I'm going to go through the timetable for today. Let's have a look at what we're doing today. We're doing English first.
We begin the English lesson with some reading practice. Everyone in class has their own exciting book to read. There are some super cool stories here and some with great pictures too. We next have a really exciting lesson where we learn about how to create sentences using only 4 questions. When, who, doing what, and where.
When we're writing a story, how do we start the story?
We have to use describing words and adjectives.
We do, but when
Story language.
Story language. So if I was starting the story, how might I start it? One sunny day. Excellent. I've got this word and it says who. So what might come next in my sentence? A character. I like that. So I will make my sentence like this. It's going to say at lunchtime. Then I'm going to choose a random card. Who's it going to be? The police officer is baking. She's baking a cake. In the forest. I don't know anyone who's ever baked a cake in the forest, so we're going to have some fun making some silly sentences.
The children create lots of funny stories using different cards. This activity is so fun, it feels like a game.
We have to choose a colour card, put it right where it's supposed to go. Mine happened at lunchtime and it was an old man. Then the person started running.
Whoa, that's super cool.
In summer, the clown was jumping in the forest.
That's funny. March. Who's this? The police officer is running in space. How did she get to space? Oh my goodness.
Now the children practice their handwriting by writing out the stories they've made using the cards. Phonics is a part of the English lesson and is really important as it helps you to learn to read, write and spell. Phonics works by using different sounds made by letters of the alphabet. And when you put these sounds together, they will help you to read words.
A trigraph is 3 letters that make 1 sound. Excellent. What happens if he comes across a word he doesn't know.
He should sound it out.
Or cheerlead it. When's he going to cheerlead it?
When it's a tricky word.
When it's a tricky word? Let's practice sounding out a word. I think I'd like you to sound out a word that says, or let's see, I'd like you to do chair. Ready, steady, off we go. Fred fingers.
Chair.
Excellent. I'd like us to do high.
High.
Superb.
Sometimes in class, the teacher allows the children to use fun things whilst learning. Don't these cheerleading pom-poms look fun?
Off you go.
W-A-S-L-Y.
Amazing, thank you. Ready, steady, off we go.
Yes. She got my head.
All right, see.
It's really small.
It is getting smaller and smaller. It is. What I mean, need it all together, yeah? Right, so let's see if we can spot those tricky words. We need to be cheerleading them if we can. We need to be saying the letter names instead of the sounds. Are you ready? Everyone's listening voices. Let's go.
S-A-I-D, set. S-A-I-D, set. S-O-M-E, Samsung. S-O-M-E, Samsung. S-O-M-E, Samsung. Samsung.
That was a fabulous phonics lesson. Which lesson are we going to do next?
Forest School is a super cool lesson as you get to learn through playing outdoors. There's lots of exciting things to explore out here and the children can get really hands-on with nature. Here the children come now.
Why, this is the wild little mouse. The beautiful
Today's lesson
wild
begins with a lovely story about a little mouse.
said little mouse. What is in the flower that he's getting? Sorry? Nectar.
After the story, the teacher gives the children a fun activity to complete during their lesson.
I'd like you to go into Forest School and gather stuff that you can find on the ground.
The children now head into the woods for play and exploration.
Let's try this now.
Remember, it's super mucky in Forest School, so you have to wear wellies and the right clothing. Today's activity is to search for different things in the woodland, like leaves and sticks, and then glue them down onto worksheets to make different insects found in the woods. What are you doing?
Making a smell. We're going to get stuff to make our butterflies.
Before the lesson ends, there's just enough time for a biscuit and a cosy cup of hot chocolate or squash. And then it's back to class to change into school uniform again. The children are so excited to have time to play together. It's nice to have a break between lessons and to have a run around with friends. Look how much fun everybody's having. When the bell rings, this means it's time for the next lesson. In today's maths class, the children are learning about symmetry. Symmetry is when something split down the middle has two identical matching halves. Let's find out more.
If I were to have my square like this, it would be symmetrical. Why would it be symmetrical?
It's basically two triangles. So it'll be a triangle.
Absolutely right. Can you see that, everybody? So if I had my square pointing this way, if I put my line of symmetry down here, it would actually be two triangles. The difference between the position and how we put this on our board. Here we go. So as we can see, the blue one is showing that there are 2 rectangular shapes that make up the square, or if we tilt the square on its side, it's making 2 triangle shapes.
After some more examples of symmetry by the teacher, it's now activity time. There are lots of exciting activities for the children to do here. A lot of activities for this particular subject use shapes, like Mathlink cubes or Lego bricks, to help make symmetrical patterns that mirror each other.
I want to see if you can find its symmetrical spots on the other side. Do you think you can do that for me? So if I put this one here and this one here, do you think you could get an identical cube and put it in its symmetrical bit on the other side of your sheet? And I'm going to do another one now. Are you ready? Put that one there for you. Can you make the picture the same on the other side? Lovely. It's exactly the same now, isn't it? It is, isn't it? Okay.
But look, you've got these bricks, so does this brick go there? No? So where does that brick go? Very good. The children all take it in turns to learn at each table. What is your favourite colour on the board?
Red.
Red.
Orange.
Orange?
Purple.
Let's take a look next door and find out what they're doing in maths. They're learning to tell the time.
The second hand isn't on here. Shall I tell you why? It's not a real clock. Okay, so after 12 o'clock it's going to be 1 o'clock. Well, can you say that? O'clock always points to the 12.
Here, the children are making clock faces. They cut out the clock faces, numbers and hands carefully using scissors. They then pin the hands onto the centre of the clock so that they can change the time themselves. This task is more like a craft. Super cool!
What's the time, Mr. Wolf? 10.
This group are playing a game called What's the Time, Mr. Wolf? The wolf tells the children a time, and then they each have to set their clocks to the time that the wolf has asked. What a fun activity!
Lunchtime!
Now it's my favourite time of the day, lunchtime. But you must remember to wash your hands. Use water to wet your hands. Use soap. Rub your hands together. Rinse with more water. Dry your hands thoroughly. Now they're nice and clean. We're now in the dining hall. Look how big it is. This is where all the children come to have their packed lunch or their school dinners. I'm super excited to find out what they're going to have for lunch today. Let's find out. So, what's your favourite thing to eat at lunchtimes?
Pizza.
Is that your favourite school lunch? And what have you got today?
Pasta.
And what? What else have you got?
Sweet corn.
And what's this? This looks tasty. What's that?
Strawberry ice
Strawberry
cream.
ice cream. Wow. And do you have strawberry ice cream every day? No? So what other desserts do you have?
Fruit.
And do you have school dinners every day? And is it always something different every day? Ooh. And what's your favourite day for school dinners?
Friday.
Friday. Why Friday? What's on a Friday?
Fish and chips.
You like fish and chips? Oh, I like fish and chips too. It's a bit like being at the seaside, isn't it? Yeah. So, you're having packed lunch today. So tell me, what do you have in your packed lunch?
Cheese sandwich.
Cheese sandwich, mmm.
Mini cheddars and some strawberries.
Ooh. And do you have packed lunch every day?
Every day but except Friday.
Oh, and what's on a Friday?
Fish and chips.
And you like fish and chips?
Yes.
Yeah, oh wow. So what's your favourite thing to eat? Is it the fish and chips?
Yes.
And in your packed lunch, what's your favourite thing to have in the packed lunch?
Strawberries.
You like strawberries? Is that because it's a nice sweet fruit?
Yes.
Oh, wow, that looks super cool. Well, I hope you get to enjoy your lunch today.
Independent learning.
Independent learning is a special lesson of the day where the children learn to teach themselves new skills through playing. And this is super fun because you get to pick what you play with. Wow, what are you guys doing?
We're making a seaside. Yeah.
A seaside?
So you climb up the ladder, you jump down the slide into the trampoline water pool.
Oh, that's super cool.
We're making a castle. Yeah. So this could be and we have loads and loads of guards to protect a very special treasure. We're pretending we're at the beach and we're writing notes to somebody.
Over here, the children are doing some lovely painting with watercolour paints.
If we get the paint on the end of our brush, we can use the point of it to dance across the paper like a ballerina. So we're not pressing too hard because we don't want to make a hole in the paper. Exactly. If we want it to be darker, we get more of the paint on our brush than the water. And can you see how it's coming out darker?
I want to be brilliant.
Yeah, you carry on. You try.
What's your favourite thing about independent learning?
That we can go outside and play with our friends.
Outside, there are lots of exciting things for the children to play and learn with. At this table, the teacher and children are creating pretty patterns using shapes, beads and stones. What you got there? A snake? Whoa. In this corner, the children are having lots of fun with musical instruments. Wow, aren't they loud? They're all having so much fun, I decided to join in. After independent learning, there's just enough time for a quick story before the lesson ends.
But now they sit on logs. And cats used to sit on mats, but now they sit on mats. Bats sit on bats, said the frog.
Because it's the same word.
It is, isn't it?
Liz, I wonder what's going to be next.
I love that question. I wonder what's going to be next. Let's find out.
As the school day comes to an end, it's time for the children to collect their belongings before home time. The children are so excited to come back again tomorrow. Let's take a look at some of the other lessons they might learn about this week. Art is a super fun lesson where children can be creative with pencils, paints and various craft activities. This includes cutting, sticking and even sometimes using super cool things like glitter and glue. In this lesson, the children are making their own leaf designs. Don't they look great? The children just love being in the art room. In another art class, the children are painting the planet Earth using paint and paper plates.
So what does the planet Earth look like? There's bits of green. What colour is it mostly though? It's mostly blue, isn't it? Because we want it to be a blue planet, don't we?
These all look so amazing.
What's it called? The bit that's white. Can you remember? Do you know what the white bit on the planet Earth is? There's the North Pole, so it's the Arctic. And what's the bit at the bottom? Do you know what that's called? It's like the Arctic.
Atlantic.
That's the ocean. The Atlantic is an ocean.
Antarctic.
That's it, the Antarctic.
PE!
PE stands for Physical Education and is a lesson where you get to learn about sports and outdoor activities. Firstly, the children have to do some warm-up exercises.
Make yourself as big as a house. Make yourself a tiny seed.
This exercise is called traffic lights.
Amber. Green. Red. Green. Red. Green. Red. Amber. Green.
Doesn't it look super fun? Here, the children are learning to pass a ball to each other in different ways. Some rolling, some kicking, and some even throwing. Once the children have warmed up fully, they begin preparing for their summer sports day. This is called the egg and spoon race, where the children have to walk to a cone and back and try not to let the egg fall off the spoon. This takes a lot of control and concentration. This activity is called the javelin throw, where the children have to throw the javelins, this thing, as far as they can. Wow, there are some great throws here. This is the main race, where the children have to make it to the finish line as fast as they can. Well done, everyone!
Can you find the letter E? That's it.
Music is one of my favourite lessons. It's great to learn about different instruments and how to play them.
E, C. One more time. E, C, C.
In this lesson, the children are learning to play a tune called Hot Cross Buns on glockenspiels.
One a penny, two a penny, hot cross buns.
Wow, it's very loud in here. In this music lesson, the children are learning about rhythm. They begin with clapping along in time to the beat of a song.
Listen to my rhythm. Do you want to make a band? Shake, 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 shake. Do you want to make a band?
They also get to take it in turns to use lots of different instruments to play along.
Do you want to
Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I hope it's given you a really good idea of what to expect when going to primary school. I really wish you the very best of luck on your first day at school. It's going to be amazing. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to like and subscribe to my children's YouTube channel, Here's Chasey, where you can find fun educational videos, as well as crafts, stories, music, and even a little magic. There are lots more super cool new videos on the way soon, so make sure you follow my social media pages for updates on the latest videos. See you soon! Here's to music, here's to crafts, here's to magic, stories and laughs, here's to learning, you and me, here's to fun.
It's Chasey!